Hey folks, it's Keith Hayden back with another video. Had a few thoughts on my mind about how you might be able to sell more things in 2023. And I wanted to share those with you. Wanted to talk about some of the ways that you might be getting tripped up. You might be hurting your chances of spreading your influence or your products or services, whatever you're talking about. And I'll talk about some ways that you can overcome those things, or at least how I think about that you can overcome those things. As usual, you can subscribe to this channel if you want to. If you're not, hey, today's not the day, right? So, I have moved around a lot when it comes to my professional career. So, I was in the military, I've been a teacher, I am a teacher now. I'm, of course, doing this online thing, a writer, all these things. And every time I jump into a different space, I see people kind of making similar mistakes. And that is what they make, they focus on what it is rather than how it can help other people and the story behind what they make. And I see this in it doesn't matter if it's crypto or if it's writing or if it's music. Every sphere people talk about this. They only speak the language of the niche, however you say it, or their respective domain. And what that does is that excludes people from the conversation who don't speak that language. And what comes to my mind is crypto, right? Like I'm in a lot of spaces where people are building with crypto or building with Web3 technology. I say crypto, Web3, you know what I mean, the whole sphere. They're building with this stuff, but it seems like it's only made for people who speak Web3. And I happen to be a little bit fluent. I have some proficiency in Web3, but I'm not a Web3 native. But I think that prevents people from adopting the technology because they see it as this huge barrier to, oh, I got to understand all this stuff. It's too complicated. And it doesn't allow them to sell the idea of crypto or sell their NFTs or whatever they're trying to do. So, I thought about how do you overcome this? Well, first, let me go back about and talk about why I think this is a problem. I think fundamentally, it may be harsh to hear, but people just don't care about what goes into making something most of the time. I mean, think about yourself. How many times have you been scrolling through social media and you've just seen video after video or post after post? Who knows how long it took them to make that post? Who knows how long it took them to make that video? But here you are just flying through it. And that's the way people are with your stuff, with my stuff. They see it, they consume it, they bounce, they move to the next thing. That's just kind of the way the world is now. But they only care if it's connected to three things. One, it teaches them something new. They didn't know something, now they know it because of something that you made or something that you told them. Two, it makes them feel something. It makes them laugh. It makes them, I don't know, feel an emotional space that they're in, whether it's sadness or they're angry or something like that. And the third one is related. It's that it agrees with their biases. It agrees with how they see the world. This bias is kind of a negative word, but you know what I mean. It aligns with their view of the world. So now they like it. Those are the three kind of common connectors when it comes to any type of content. So how can you do more of this? How am I going to do more of this? Well, first you have to get past the level of just posting or talking about what you've made or what you're talking about is. Don't just say, "Oh, I made this app. Check out my new app. Check out my new blog post, my new podcast episode." That stuff doesn't work anymore because there's so many of it. There's so much of it out there. It doesn't work. The next level is getting to the why you created something. Now you're sort of getting into like a little bit of storytelling. You're talking about maybe some struggles that you overcame, or you're talking about your ambitions for the future or to try and get a different job, something. Those are very common narratives that people can latch onto. And then I think the third level is getting to that empathy of what would somebody who consumes my stuff, who consumes this or runs across it, what do I want them to feel? What would they see it like? How would they react to it? I feel like when you start thinking about that, your whatever you have is going to fly more easily off of the abstract shelf that it's on. So that's a question that I ask myself anytime I post. Like, what is the why behind this? Why did I really make this? Why did I spend so much time upgrading my website? Which I just did, by the way. It's going to be in the description of this video. You should check it out. It's pretty cool. But why did I spend so much time doing that? If I can get to that why, if I can figure it out, then I might be onto something, and I just might be able to sell the idea to somebody else more easily. So think about that going into the new year. That's all I had to say in this brief video message. Hope you liked this video. Like it if you did. Sub if today's the day. But move on if you're done with this video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.